Hey Rainicorns, it's Ellie, the Empress here. So, look, we're in the perpendicular reality. What do we do with that? It's a short time period. And when I say short, y'all know cosmic time is different from third dimensional reality time. So, this is timeless. So, if you're part of my collective, you're watching this in real time within like the first month of me posting this, yes?
I told you. Okay, so I was gonna tell you that I cleaned up all the dishes.
Good job. Um, if you're watching this in like the first month of me posting it, cool. It also applies to you if you're watching this in the next year, next 3 years. It depends on which timeline you cross over into perpendicular realities. And it's a fun time, and I say fun like that because fun is relative for different people, and we know how a lot of this stuff goes in the third dimension. When you come across something amazing that's life changing, something crazy that's unfortunately life changing happens at the same time. And it's something that you get used to, and I disagree with it in a lot of ways. However, that's just how it happens a lot of times. And it's just a thing. I don't know. It's like one of those things where people talk about sacrifice, friendships start falling apart, distance from relatives. It's just stuff that happens. Natural disasters, random disasters that may happen, injuries, just stuff happens. So it's just one of those things that you recognize. And once you recognize the pattern, you're no longer part of that particular pattern in that timeline. It's like, okay, well, this happened, so I already know something else gonna happen. That's positive. It's one of those things. So we started off with these cards: the Knave of Wands in reverse, and the Unicorn Snowman, the mystery card. So we also have the, what number is that? Seven of Wands and the Unicorn Leaf, the ending card. It's the end. It's the end of a lot of things. And while a lot of people like see that as a detriment, it's like you have to realize like it's not just everything's gonna be okay. Just imagine this, right? Imagine that government assistance never existed anymore. Business loans never existed anymore. Business grants never existed anymore. Hearing that, people will be like, what? Oh, why? Yes, because you're able to get the funds necessary because people believe in you. You have support from family, and you have the resources necessary to not even have to kickstart something. You can just do it because making a living is much more simple. Well, I don't know about all that. Well, you're not ready for this timeline. That's okay. Click off. It's also like a lot of people are fully at peace with being a single individual. They don't need a relationship, not a romantic one. They don't need a romantic partner. They have complete fulfillment with whatever their mission is on the planet, which may not include having children, which may not include having a spouse. They may want to run a pet sanctuary. They may want to run an entire orphanage to help children be able to have families. That takes a lot of work. Stuff like that takes a lot of work. Being a teacher alone takes a lot of work. Being a doctor, a lawyer, anybody in the medical field, it takes a lot of work. Having a family puts a strain on individuals in those fields. That's something that we see time and time again. So let's not act surprised. And that's another thing. That whole act of surprise thing, I don't know. I think a lot of us who are on this particular timeline within the perpendicular realities, we're like over it. We're over the theatrics. We're over the pretending like something's an issue. So channel song that I kept singing is True Colors from Trolls. And I see your true colors shining through. And I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show when I see your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. So look, even that whole scenario, right? That's a Disney movie. And Justin Timberlake sang the song. I think he plays Branch, but it's like Justin Timberlake just got arrested for a DUI. And aren't we kind of tired of celebrities just being stupid? Like, is nobody tired of public figures doing stupid stuff? Like, that's actually stupid. You're a whole celebrity. Don't you have the resources to, like, you're on a world tour. Where's your driver? Don't celebrities have like secret services that they use? Not the secret service, but like, isn't there like a Uber or a Lyft for people of a higher caliber or a higher state in society? Isn't there something that could have happened to avoid him drinking while driving? He couldn't call anybody and be like, "Can you drive for me?" Like, was that just not a thing at all? He's so old. And he like late 40s, 50s or something. He's so old. Like, why? Like, are we not done with stupid stuff? That's some you just got clout last year type of stuff, and you're not even like, you're barely 21 type of behavior. He's too old for stuff like that. Just people, I'm not going to say specifically in that age group, but like, you get what I mean? A lot of people are just so old to be doing the behaviors that they're doing, and it doesn't make any sense. How you that old getting arrested for a DUI when you have the resources, money, and network that you have? There was no alternative other than drunk driving? Because, like, obviously it's not like a funny situation for someone to get arrested, but it's just like, that's such a stupid thing to happen. And I don't think people realize how stupid that is. I was reading comments where people were like, "Oh, no one got hurt. It's okay." Like, it's like, y'all aren't seeing what's happening. Y'all aren't seeing. That's not a regular person who's down to their last dollar and they really were struggling and just had to do what they had to do to survive and try to get to the next place. That's a whole celebrity who's been a celebrity for quite a while. They had zero people to call and they had no other alternatives. That's irresponsible on his end. That's irresponsible on his team's end. Who let him out there like that? He's on a world tour, so he's not alone. He has a whole tour scheduled. Everybody got to do better. Everybody. Everybody. And so, what are we doing here? So, of course, we're doing a reading. I am going to be reading a few different texts to you all as well, because this is like a spiritual virtual business meeting, because the virtual business meetings that you can get access to when you get a membership, they go deep into the specifics of what it is, that whether I have it planned or the different things that have been foundings and findings throughout the years, that is the innovative aspect of society and how we can capitalize from that. A lot of people are afraid of and run from capitalism. At the end of the day, it's not that we live in a capitalistic society. Everything is capitalism. You don't want to put out just as much as you get back. You want to put out and then get more back, not to the detriment of anyone. In a logical sense, where you benefit. A lot of people are operating backward. They put out less than they get back. And I can speak from experience with that. I just like giving so much. And even when I have certain things set up, I still do more than I'm expected to do. And sometimes it's just because I have the time, but I have to learn. Well, I'm in the reality now where I just can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. Nobody's allowed to do that anymore. Not in this vibration. Okay, so on my website, y'all will find the link in the description area. This is the hashtag New Age Investing ebook. And what we're going to do is flip through. Interesting. Okay, I'm being guided to flip to a different page, but the page, okay, never mind. Flip to a different page. All right, that makes, yeah. So we're on the chapter groundwork. We know this shit gets dirty. Light work is done in the light, groundwork is done in the shadows. The more finances we gain in the matrix, the shift in assignments occurs. While spreading the good news and doing good deeds for humanity, we also do divine shadow work for the collective. The activities we involve ourselves in are high level corruption used for manipulating the masses. By doing the groundwork and transmuting these efforts into assisting the divine collective, we strengthen those who do light work in an energetic way. We can be referred to as spiritual vigilantes and anti heroes. So, this part where it says the more finances we gain in the matrix, the shift in assignments occurs. So, this is whether you're moving to an entirely different tax bracket or you're aiming to get to a different tax bracket. Some of us probably were attempting to get to, you know, 70, $80,000 a year. Something happened. Those people are now shooting for six figures, 150,000 a year. The people who were shooting for six figures are now looking at 500,000, 500,000 a year or more, and a lot of those people are now like, I'm finna go ahead and go for the million or more, 2 million, so on and so forth. I'm not sure exactly what to call this energy other than us meeting our other selves and really being like, we doing this? Yeah, we doing this. So to finish off this chapter, as we are neither good nor evil, by definition, we are righteous and balanced in our efforts. We work in the shadows, we notice the unseen, we achieve goals that go unknown and uncelebrated. The groundwork and divine shadow work being done are releasing the collective from the general spell, mind control, and manipulation. This change is noticeable as priorities in the divine collective shifts. Y'all notice how if you've been part of the spiritual community, it's either people regurgitating the same things that they've been regurgitating for the past 2 to 3 years, and then you have other people who are kind of like, we have to do something different. all of a sudden, look, there's a lot of downloads that a lot of us have gotten, a lot of uploads that a lot of us have received. Those who regurgitate information can only recycle material from others that they hear. Those of us who are connected truly are able to share information directly from whatever source that may be, whether it's from our divine father and mother, the divine mother alone, the divine father alone, our ancestors, our angels, spirit guides, and whatever entities may assist us. By us being in a certain space like that, it provides people this is what it means to be a thought leader. It provides people with a new mindset to have and to grasp. Thinking only goes so far. Implementation of information is how to achieve the change that people aspire to. How often are people talking about things rather than exemplifying certain behavior? I got a comment the other day. It didn't really make sense to me, but for that person's perspective and their algorithm, I don't know why people don't just like look at my page before they leave comments like this, but they left a comment that was like, "Oh, hey, missed you, glad to see you." And it's like, I don't know why people say that when I'm posting. It's weird. I replied and I was like, I've been here. But for, their algorithm, I probably haven't been popping up. At the same time, I've been here. I've been posting. It may not have been as consistent as I may have before. At the same time, it's not long enough to be like, "Oh, missed you." No, hasn't been that long. We just happened to cross paths on these online streets. And it's time for people to be in a different space of things. So we're going to read another passage. Creativity for manifestation. What I tell y'all, recently I just released that you can pre-order my newest book that's going to be shared this year. So before I read that, I'm going to read to you guys this. This is an RAI Fund PPM thesis. And it's like, what the heck is that? So when I say things like moving to a different tax bracket, I don't just mean, oh, let me find a job that pays this much more per hour. No, I mean talking to an entirely different sector of individuals. I mean networking in entirely different career fields than you're used to. I mean changing your entire dynamic of what you think taking over the matrix is. Those who have memberships already know about this concept. I will read this to you, and then I will get deeper into what's going on. The elderly are about to face the most difficult time of their lives. And I mean that so literally. And I don't mean elderly like 50, 60 years old. I'm talking about 70, 80-year-olds. Of course, it's like some 60-something-year-olds, but not as much as them. They're still able-bodied. A lot of 70, 80-year-olds headed into 90 years old. Everything's going to change in the blink of an eye for them. And who's going to do the groundwork? Okay, then. I'm going to read this. This is a document that I typed up a couple of years ago. Hold on. I typed it up last year. Oh, hold on. All right. Let's go. Investors can expect great returns as our partners intend to place retirees as tenants. Retirees tend to have quite stable income, pension and or retirement funds, IRA and or 401k plans, Social Security, disability payments, and Section 8 or other government assistance programs. By appealing to the elderly market, Our investments are sure to be occupied at over 75% capacity, as research shows that over 75 million citizens in the baby boomer generation are in the midst of retiring. As this is not a typical elderly investment, investors gain high returns on payments. Few amenities are provided as a courtesy to the elderly without extreme costs that greatly interfere with financial returns. Here's the thing, a lot of these for profit companies do not cater in a genuine way. So when you find a way to do what's already being done to some sort of extent while finding the care and the hospitality, finding the genuine feelings, and looking at the future for individuals and what they have going on rather than just how much profit potential there is, that's how you succeed. This is the perpendicular reality. Before, only profits mattered, or it had to be a charity, darn near going broke every month. Now, there's the possibility to make money while being genuine, making good money. A PPM is a private placement memorandum. Look that up. The more you look stuff like that up, the more your algorithm will cater to this different tax bracket that I'm talking about. Freethinker said, "Peace, Ellie just got in, listening while I organize some stuff. I'm letting go." Oh, see, look, it's the see. That's how you know you on the timeline. That's how you know. I have pulled two cards. Well, this is the main card. This one is the unicorn leaf, and it represents ending. We're in the entire new timeline, and right now it's perpendicular realities where we're crossing the old reality with this new one, and it's our job to take advantage of this new timeline so that when this bubble, this time period ends, will be on the not necessarily highest vibrational one, but the one that's of most benefit to our mission. Because I'll be honest, some people don't necessarily need to be on the most high vibrational timeline. They just need to be on the timeline that's going to assist them with whatever their particular mission is. Some people, it's their job to do certain things that involve low vibration. So they're the pretty much the only high vibrational individual within that particular reality. So people who are going into the money industry, I'm going to get into this in a minute, this next thing I'm going to read. We know there's a lot of slime balls. We know that. I'm excited. What I do is I go into the billionaire's lair and I pay attention and I just kind of snoop around. Call it espionage. And I do what I do and I bring the information back to the collective. It's a fun time. It's a lot of slime balls. However, I could deal with that. A lot of cleansing. A lot of cleansing. So, this chapter is called Creativity for Manifestation. This goes into, if you go on my Instagram, Real Talk with Ellie with 2Ks, or the other membership tier here on this channel, Tantric Time Lords. I have a new podcast where we talk about Tantra and we talk about time travel, but utilizing Tantra to create the reality that you see from the future. Creativity for manifestation. Living in this third dimensional matrix is very systematic and routine. Your creativity is what breaks this cycle of consistent stagnancy. Breaking this stagnant energy with creativity is how we co-create with the divine. Recognize that our creativity is what manifests the quickest. We can make third dimensional matrix plans, however, those take 3D time to form and manifest in the physical. Creative ideals already exist. Because they are creative projects, they completely exist in the third dimension. Using creative projects to manifest your dreams, goals, and aspirations makes your plans manifest quicker and more precisely. Have you ever created a vision board? Visual art of a completed 3D project, a miniature model of a 3D plan, a creative written piece like a short story or poem of a business plan. These are examples of how to creatively manifest your goals. So if you're doing things like scripting, journaling, and all that stuff. It's important to do those things. At the same time, you need to have your plans ready. Plan of action needs to be there. Not in a sense of, oh, I'm manifesting and I'm manifesting and I'm manifesting. Forget your manifestations, Brody. Do you know what you're doing? Like, for real, for real. It's not about analysis paralysis. And a lot of people are actually in spiritual analysis paralysis. People think that they need to learn a whole bunch of cosmic knowledge before they can do anything else. That's not true. You can learn cosmic knowledge while you change your life at the same time. Sometimes you got to go through that breakthrough point. Sometimes that is necessary. At the same time, thinking that you have to be at a certain level just so you can do certain things doesn't make any type of sense. You just go with whatever flow you are in for that particular timeline. And if you hold yourself back, you'll know. You'll feel it. Those who are here resonating at this energy, there is no holding ourselves back. There is, I'm being pushed forward and I'm going with it, and I'm not allowing that push to feel like a force. I'm not allowing that force to hold me back. That's interesting because I had kind of tripped over my words a little bit there. Okay. Our goals are always divine and righteously serve the collective. By co-creating with the Most High Heavenly Council, we make the best decisions for ourselves and our lineage. All right, so we're going to get to the cards. Methodical Mystic 777 say, hey everyone, what's good? What's good? All right, so let's get to these. Oh, okay. Oh, what? I'm done. We ended up exactly where we were. Bro, look. We got the unicorn seahorse, which is perspective. This is perspective. Oh my goodness. Get out.
Also, Lucy's on the bed.
Okay. We also are back at the unicorn snowman, which is mystery. Mystery perspective. Oh my, this is so exciting. I love this. This is so much fun. Like I'm telling you. Okay, look. If you get the membership tier, Billionaire Ancestors, you'll see more of what I mean with situations. I need to shuffle again. Okay, never mind. I got the King of Chalices, but they said I need to shuffle again. So yeah, if you get the Billionaire Ancestors tier, you'll totally get like my excitement. Because like I said, I sit in the billionaire's lair. Look, and it's all cool. Look, bruh. Look. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Get paid, like nigga, get paid. Ooh. You're not supposed to come out yet. I'm gonna put you back, but let's see who you are. It's the 9 of Wands. Anyame and Caroline Still Anderson. Protection over this information. Dun, dun. Oh, okay. Are we taking the moon? No, but still acknowledgement of Mawu. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Nah, the swords popped out. We're still shuffling. That's why I'm not taking any. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now we're taking them. Now we have the Six of Swords and the King of Swords. Swords, air, thought. Okay. Woo, thought. Thought energy. Thought energy. This looks like analysis paralysis because this is, I forgot what his name is. I can get it. Give me a minute. But they trap death. So just instead of having that thought of what you think death is, just think about this as your mind. Being trapped in your thoughts is not fun. It's not fun. Being trapped in what you're thinking is never a good time. It's best to have not necessarily control, but being able to get out of that loop of, oh, well, what if this, or what if that, or what if, no, it's not a good time. So that's Unganza, traps death. And this is Daniel Hale Williams. That's reasoning, curiosity, experimentation, travel, move to another place, experience. So this is good. The card itself represents goodness, but I am pointing out the negative aspects of it. Being trapped in your mind is not something that you want to experience. It's necessary to experience so that you can gain a different perspective on things. It's just about getting out of this trap and evolving to whether that's your royalhood or you're maturing in some sort of way, you're developing in a different type of way, whatever that situation is getting out of the mental trap and into conquering whatever, if it's a goal, aspiration, inspiration, whatever it is conquering that. Let's get into some Hebrew. That was quick. Are we taking this one? Yeah. So we have Resh. It's number 20, the letter R. So the number 2. I'm going to sit that here. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Mem, which is 13, the letter M, and that goes to the number 4. So we have 8, 6, 2, 3. What number would that be? Let me see. We have 10, 11, 12, 14, and then we have 13. So if those are significant, make sure you make a note of that. Let's look at the symbols. With Hebrew, people tell me this all the time, that the symbolism is extremely activating. It's extremely important, very important, to take heed of when you get into Hebraic symbolism, that you take it seriously. That's the fair warning that I have for you all, okay? I'm going to leave that there. If you decide to not dive into that, you know what I'm saying? That's for you. I don't know where that disclaimer came from, but they wanted me to make sure that that was abundantly clear. Okay. So what's this next part that we have going on? Okay, now we're finna do a traditional spread. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments first, though. Oh, okay. Temperance in reverse. Ooh, King of Pentacles in the upright. All right. Eight of Pentacles in the upright. Oop, we're not taking that one. But let's see what it is. It's the Two of Swords. We're not taking that one though. The Eight of Chalices. That's Malcolm X. And the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles. That's stability. Of course, abundance, but it's stability. It's being stable and solid in one's thoughts and one's mind. Nine of Pentacles. That one, it hit the table upside down in reverse, but it fell in the upright. Make sure y'all can still see that. Okay, cool. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. That's Martin Luther King. Dang. Ooh, because Malcolm X came out in the upright with the chalices. Martin Luther King came in the reverse with the Pentacles. What's going on, King? Hold up. We getting into that civil rights tea. That was an interesting flip. What happened here? The Three of Wands. Do y'all want me to take this one? Yeah. That one had a shaky energy with it. It did like a crazy flip. Cause not the civil... Dang! Ooh, judgment. Not the civil rights tea. Ooh, it's the civil rights tea. Hold on. Was that... Are you taking it this way? Okay. The 10 of Swords. Oh my gosh. And then the 7 of Chalices right here. Okay, I'm gonna read this to y'all. It's the civil rights tea for me. Ooh. Okay, because y'all know I like me some tea. It's the dead people tea is more interesting than the alive people. So, here's the thing. Y'all know a lot of the rhetoric around Martin Luther King. A lot of people actually didn't like him. They feel like he had some sort of white lady lover, and that was the reason that he wanted civil rights in the first place. And he wanted black people and white people to end segregation for the purpose of him being able to have a family with white people. Now, that's none of our business. However, that's quite the vendetta to have. So, you know what I'm saying? His rhetoric that everybody should be integrated together wasn't necessarily the best rhetoric. And now that we're in a different generation, we see that the rhetoric that Malcolm X had provided actually makes more sense, where he did speak on things like providing not just equality, but for people to know the truth of who they are. Martin Luther King came from the Christian aspect. He was Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Malcolm X, his last name being X, comes from the Nation of Islam. So when you take all of that into consideration and you see that Martin Luther King is in the reverse, and this is Ambwiri, that's the ancestral protection spirit. And when your protection is low, that's not good. It's not good. That card also represents generational wealth, and it's in the reverse. Malcolm X spoke on a lot of different things and provided a certain type of point of view, perspective, that Martin Luther King did not provide for people. Martin Luther King made it seem like if everybody had quote unquote equal rights and we're all together, that everybody would be treated the same. And that's simply not, that's not the truth. That's not what happened at all. And I'll be honest, I'm being honest. The judgment card is right there. Because we had everything that was necessary. Now, temperance being in reverse is quite interesting. Because it's like, that's kind of a losing patience sort of situation going on right there. Sagittarius. It's like putting the fire out and getting things stable. But then loss of stability right here. So a lot of y'all are aware of Black people having their own towns, their own systematic economies, everything in the United States once slavery ended. And we're talking within like the last century. We're not even talking about a crazy amount of time ago. Those were burned down by the KKK. Like not even an exaggeration. That wasn't something that happened with the Native Americans and during slavery. That happened when everybody had their quote unquote freedom. So when you have King of Pentacles, you have work ethic, Eight of Pentacles, you have Knight of Pentacles, teaching, you have Nine of Pentacles, having the abundance. Then it goes reverse. Stability is here, but then facing judgment and attacks. And people are hidden. Now, what does this look like? I just said the KKK. What does this look like? What did I just say? Right. This is interesting. This took a different turn than what I was expecting, but hey, we're not taking this one. Okay, but the clarity card came out. Unicorn street lamp. I need to shuffle more. All right. Okay. Protection was lost, and that's how stability got lost, and that is what caused judgment to pull through, which allowed for the attacks. This is interesting. I was not expecting this at all with this reading. What? Unicorn race rush? What in the heck? This seems so random, but we're uncovering something here. Martin Luther King Jr. What you hiding? What you hiding, doctor? What you hiding, Reverend? Because a lot of his lineage, well, the lineage of Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. are still alive today, and they're doing their work. But I'll be honest with y'all. I don't know what the goal is. Because if the lineages still exist, and they're still carrying on their parents' work, the King family, what y'all got going on? What do you have going on? Well, you have the unicorn cat hunting. Like, we still have blatant racism today. Like, it's not even like just microaggressions and people being subtly kind of racist a little bit. No, it's like blatant, full out racism. The whole point of there being Karens is a white lady that cries crocodile tears. We shouldn't be able to still have a stereotype like that. Why is this reading about this? What is happening? Whoa. Whoa, man. I might need to take a break. Because what? This is not where I was expecting any of this to go. I'm thrown off. But we'll see. Creativity, the unicorn flame. There was lack of creativity? What does that mean? Just trying to do the stuff that white people were doing instead of doing our own thing? Okay, I see that perspective. And then the exact opposite of that, unicorn wave, which is intensity. Mm. Intensity of the rush. Because hunting, people were literally hunted down like it was a game. Black people in the United States is literally the Hunger Games. Like, let's not act like that's not the truth. Perspective. Because why is it that them white people knew exactly where folks was and knew the bases and knew everything that was going on and were able to just kill them and burn everything down? Who is the mole? Who's the rat? We got wave and seahorse, something in the waters. Oh, here we go. We're going back to the waters. I ain't even say nothing about waters this time. What I say? Unicorn mermaid, daring. Oh, I just said we're going back to the waters. Now we got to discover some stuff. I didn't think this was a mission. I did not think we were on a mission. I was just telling y'all some stuff. Now look, I'm almost mad. What the heck is going on here? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and lineage. We got the unicorn tree, which is roots. Look, oh, I'm gonna leave that one, but look, roots in the family. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Let me pull one Hebrew card. Dr. Martin Luther King was not about people finding out who they were. Let me see if I can remember what this is. Is this Lamed? No. Okay, this is Vav, number 6, the letter W or the letter V. Y'all, I'm thrown off because I was not expecting this to be the reading. Y'all need to give me a moment so I can get my thoughts together, because what the heck even happened? Freethinker said, oh my fucking god, I was just about to type Karen in the chat, lol, because even white people don't like Karens. Nobody likes white women. Let's just say it. Nobody actually likes white women. Nobody. Like, you have the cool white girlies, but once they become women, they're just annoying. It's like, what's wrong with y'all? Then you do have some of them that are cool. Like, think about feminist white women, right? They're like extreme feminists. They hate men. The goal is not to hate men. What the heck is going on with y'all? The goal is not to hate men. That's not the goal. Oh my gosh. Bro. It's just like, yes, there are cordial white women. For sure. Yes. At the same time, look at the majority. Let's not talk about, oh, well, the good 10%. No, let's think about the majority. Karen and Kyle era. I'm done. Karen and Kyle. I'm only laughing because I know a Kyle. And he's... I'm done. So, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., what's up? What happened? Because he got assassinated. He got assassinated after him and Malcolm X met, which was the perpendicular reality. They have very differing views. They were fighting for the same thing, but they had different views on how that should be accomplished. At the end of the day, people don't want black people to be killed just because of their skin color. What they both... Now, Malcolm X probably did a better job. Well, he definitely did a better job than Dr. Martin Luther King. It's not skin color. It's not our skin color. If it was just our skin color, then our hair wouldn't matter. Our physical bodies wouldn't matter. The fact that black men are more muscular, black women are more voluptuous or have more developed bodies than white women do. It's our whole identity and who we are. On a spiritual level, getting people to accept their godhood after being slaves was the dilemma. And that was okay because they had been beaten down to not thinking that they were worth anything. Then you have this government, you have this other race of people who made it a mission to make sure that these people not only never realized who they were, because there's one thing, this is what they could have did, right? They could have did this. They could have let us integrate into society and not had any issues while still keeping our identity a secret. Why they make it a point to make us feel like the scum of the earth when we're literally the exact opposite of the scum of the earth? You gotta think deeper. They could have just let us live in their fake Christian world. Y'all, do y'all see what I'm saying? They could have let us live in their fake Christian world without us always having to submit as slaves. They could have just been like, oh, well, you know, you're not slaves anymore, so it's okay. You can live life with us. All right, see? You can get a job at this place here, at this facility, and you can make the same wages as us. They could have left it there. They could have left it there. They didn't. Like, you get what I mean? Allowing us to excel, that was what they're afraid of. They didn't want, because we do everything better than them. That was the creativity thing. Ooh, confidence. Because we were excelling so far ahead of them. That, okay, now it goes back to Tulsa. We were excelling so far ahead of them that it was scaring them. They were like, get him, kill him. And Dr. Martin Luther King was not the type to talk about that type of behavior. Yes.
That it took off.
Oh, hold on. All right. This is close to the end of the reading because what the heck? Freethinker said, with the khaki shorts. There goes the K's you were talking about yesterday. I'm done. No, that is hilarious. That is... That's actually hilarious. It's more than that, if I'm being honest, because it's K names, but the KKK, you're right. The Ku Klux Klan is also part of that. Because look, you can't get... My readers don't play. You can't get more obvious than this. It's just not white. And then right up under that is this one. Man, what? What's anybody talking about? These are Ku Klux Klan members. But, ooh. No, because I remember, I didn't watch it. I remember seeing about a documentary where there was a black Ku Klux Klan member. The moles! We are getting the moles! Who's the mole? Who is the rat who's been telling white people our stuff? Who has been telling our stuff to where they know the weak points? Dang. Syncretism. What exactly does that mean? Mixed people. It's the mixed people. The amalgate the amalgamation or attempted amalgamation of different religions, cultures, or schools of thought. The fuck is amalgate? Why you gotta say all these damn words? What the hell is amalgamation? Okay. Amalgamation is the action, process, or result of combining or uniting. Amalgamation. So they were trying to prevent amalgamation because that would let everybody know. Everybody would know. Syncretism, the amalgamation or attempted amalgamation of different religions, cultures, or schools of thought. This is the perpendicular reality. We're fully here now where we realize that, like, people make fun of coons, but it's not enough to make fun of coons. It's literally mixed people who have a conflict of interest just because that's not their fault. That's not their fault. But then you have actual coons who go out of their way to create mixed people. That sounds crazy as hell, but that's what they do. Snow bunnies, why are they called snow bunnies? This shit's weird. They create Karen moms. That shit's weird. And a lot of those women are trained. Either they're trained to go out of their way to do this, or they have their own weird like thought process, because that's what they would do during slavery. They would go find slaves and they'd be like, I want you, and if you don't be with me, I'm gonna tell them that you forced yourself on me. Just manipulation. And then they would have mixed babies. They'd be forced to have mixed babies. The slave men would be forced to have mixed babies because their daughters or the women wanted to have them. We have situations like that still today. And then we have black men who don't have the right mindset and identity to be straightforward with themselves, and they want to create mixed children. That was the thing with Martin. That was the thing with Martin Luther King. He wanted to create mixed. He thought that he has some. Don't come for me, King family. Don't come for me. This is just what's coming through the ethers. Y'all might have some siblings that y'all don't know about, or maybe y'all do know about them and y'all just don't tell the public about them. I feel so like I felt a heaviness. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. got some mixed babies. If it's not just one, it's multiples, but this threw me for a loop. This threw me for a loop. Because how is it? Okay, I'm gonna just say it like this because I want to end the reading. I don't want to deal with this no more. Like, this is so weird to me. When we talk about redlining, what? They so they want me to talk about the juicy stuff. I don't want to talk about the juicy stuff because that ain't like. Of course, it's none of my business, but it's just like one of the things where it's like, is this productive right now? Apparently, it is productive. Syncretism, matching, familiar. Bro Sanchez teaches syncretism. I usually use context clues. Example, looking at the CERN machine pattern and looking at how similar it looks to another image of such. I don't think I took the time to look at the entire CERN machine shape. But that concept makes sense. I'm seeing like this is some dark stuff, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This is some dark stuff. And this is the thing. This is the type of stuff that he didn't want to get out to the public. But it's like having these type of secrets. Like I just started reading talk about Justin Timberlake and he was doing stupid stuff. There was no reason for him to have babies that don't nobody know about. That's like one of the dumbest things. So Justin Timberlake over here getting DUIs when he a mainstream celebrity. He is an A-list celebrity. Like there's no reason for him to not have the assistance that's necessary for him to go drinking. If he wants to go drinking, that's his business. I'm not condemning anybody drinking. I'm condemning a celebrity getting a DUI because that's dumb. That's dumb. Um, I just heard we don't have as much money as you think. Yeah, you still shouldn't do illegal things. Just like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. shouldn't have secret babies. Why do these dead figures continue to try to stress me out? Why do y'all try to stress me out with this stuff that y'all don't like to talk about? Oh my goodness. He has testimonies and stuff, but I don't want to convince you. He's literally gathering us up in real life now. He's in an RV with others who's ready to fight now. Okay, that's cool. That's great. I think the masculines can focus on that, and y'all do good. Y'all do well with that. Um, I think all the ladies should stay behind screens for the time being because when guys and girls get mixed together, secret babies happen. We don't need that. Y'all focus on the game plan and introduce us to participating in certain ways after certain things are accomplished because even that's kind of early. I believe he's in Georgia, Atlanta somewhere. I believe. I'd rather you contact him if you don't believe me though. And here's the spooky part. Yeah, I believe you. I'm not saying you're capping or anything. I just know for a fact that most dudes don't know how to focus if females are around. No, because I'm seeing that. Hold on a minute. Because Dr. Martin Luther King, he spent a lot of time in Atlanta. Mm. He has a knot on his forehead, right? And I'm not joking, but what if that's his birthmark of him getting shot in the head from the past? Tell him just don't have no secret babies. Because if that is the case, and he's living the next aspect of the legacy because the actual children in the lineage are not necessarily doing that, let him know, great job, don't have any secret babies to distract from the mission. I'm def joining him when I sell everything. I'm looking after my family right now. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Staying focused is the goal because this reading right here took the most wild turn. I don't even know how to bring it back to where we were in the very beginning. It's like, was this the groundwork? Was this the dirty work to figure out? Because we went to the depths of the ocean to find this information. I was not looking for this. It's like when you go deep sea diving and you're just on your pirate time. It's like, oh, I'm finna find me some diamonds. I'm finna find me some jewelry. And then you end up finding a skull that's in a glass jar. And you're just like, and then you find out that it was the skull of a well-known figure that went missing decades ago. And then you're on the news all of a sudden because hidden skull head of figures found by a scuba diver and pirate. Like, I was just looking for some money. I wasn't looking for all this. Nigga, what? I was looking for some jewelry. I was going to take it to the pawn shop. Maybe add some stuff to my collection. I wasn't trying to do all that. What? That was his past life, but again, I can't speak on him and his personal past life choices, you know? Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you get around him and you start talking to him and stuff, it's just like, it's just men holding other men accountable, really. Because if we're all on this mission, like we say we are, nobody needs to get distracted. It's like, People could have kids, but people be tweaking. I've seen it happens every single time. Every single time there's some dude having a kid with some chick and some bullshit happens. So as long as he can manage in this lifetime, cool. I'm all for it. I'm supporting from the sidelines. I will not be on the ground this go round. Perpendicular reality. Nope, not doing it. I'll be behind the screen. I encourage all the ladies to do the same. Do not join anything in the physical realm. No. Support online. Let the guys handle it. Let them handle it. Ladies, I will keep saying this. Do not join anything physically that is not specifically catered to ladies. If it's specifically just ladies, cool. Cool. But if there's going to be guys around, don't go. Don't even go. Even if it's an event, I don't think we should even attend events. I'm at that point. If it's not like an event that's if it's an independent event, don't go. Don't even go. Go to community events, but because this stuff going on, it's just not safe. It's really not safe. And I wouldn't say that if I hadn't already experienced certain things. Confirmation. It's just like me now. Whoever I am next, and the Most High shows me who I was, or I awaken to who I was, only thing I can do is focus on my life. Yeah. Woo-wee. Okay, then. All right. This was a lot. I don't know if I'm going to do a part 2. You say, yeah, I feel you. I co-sign, period. And that's a masculine, and he gets it, because it's like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but it's just like, most dudes really be tweaking, and females, y'all, we don't know when guys are lying all the time, and they'll put up a really good front. Like, guys know how to lie so good, and it's weird. It's like, if you know how to lie that good, why can't you do things well? Like, it's just go into sales. But I don't know. Anyway, this was so much, and I feel like the plot wasn't what I thought it would be. This was like such a plot twist, and I wouldn't have expected. I didn't see this coming at all. I did not see this coming. So to close out, yep, I get it. He has his current wife with him, though. They all live in that 2017 RV. Okay. To close out, focus on building yourself up. This isn't an ego boost. It's literally finding out what's wrong with you, seeing what your weaknesses are, creating stability, accommodating for those weaknesses, and eventually working on those weaknesses, but focusing on your strengths as far as using your strengths to, build who you are, whatever you want your reputation to be, whatever it is that you most resonate with, whatever your gifts, talents, and skills are, or getting new skills, acquiring new skills, acquiring new information that's going to help you do the things that you do aspire to do. That's where we are. That's it. That's all. Like, and that way we can avoid a bunch of secret babies. You can have all the babies you want. Just don't do dumb stuff and end up with secret babies that you have to hide for generations and generations. That's the part that be blowing me. Their gathering, of course, is going to take time, because imagine, how can I prove to you I was so and so in my past life? Yeah. I mean, even, without having the whole past life thing, it doesn't matter. As long as people are putting in the work necessary to be able to accomplish certain goals, it shouldn't matter who anybody was in their past life. It's who are you now? What is your name now? So I wouldn't even care about people having to prove who they may or may not have been in a different reincarnation or a different incarnation. Shouldn't matter. Results should speak for themselves, not pertaining to the past life, but to the results that are being achieved, that are being worked on. Oh my goodness. I'm finna go, Because this was ghetto. Like, everything's so ghetto. The United States is so ghetto, and that's what they won't tell anybody. What they won't tell other countries is how ghetto the whole country is. Not black people are not ghetto. Black people are only depicted as ghetto because that's what the collective consciousness of the country is. The whole country got. We have a person running for president who got 34 felonies. Ghetto as shit. That's ghetto as shit. How you got 34 felonies still running for president? I fucks with it. I'm here for the chaos. I'm here for the political and structural chaos. I'm here for that. Cause that lets you know that the times have changed. We're in the perpendicular realities. Cause that ain't never happened before. Okay, bro. Right. Oh. Okay, my bad. My battery was low. Right. Yeah. Well, peace. Thanks. Catch you another time for sure. Catch you another time. Y'all, I gotta go ahead and get rid of this energy right here. Cause what the heck? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. So, like I said, y'all check out Earth Equals the Ghetto now. It is. Make sure y'all check out Tantric Time Lord Podcast. Okay, you can get a membership here on the channel, or if you want it for a lesser price, go to my Instagram page, Real Talk with Ellie, talk with 2Ks, and it'll be for a lower price. Here, if you get a membership, you'll be able to see the business plans, business ideas, the developments of what's going on with Marine Liquidity Fiduciary Flow. That is a private equity and research firm. If you are a lady, you can join the research team. If you are anybody, you can pre-order my newest book that is dropping soon. For the guys, we'll get into that like another time when it comes to the private equity firm, because I'm going to have guys doing really, really cool jobs, mostly travel jobs. So if you're into that nomad type of lifestyle, that's going to be really interesting for you. But other than that, y'all, I don't know what the heck type of ghetto stuff people got hidden that was necessary for us to know, because I'm assuming, because a lot of us are finding a lot of stuff out about our own lineages. So I guess because these are prominent figures, we need to know their dirt as much as we know our dirt, so we know where they went wrong. That's the biggest thing, finding out where everybody went wrong, because it's like, why did everybody keep ending up in the same exact situation over and over and over and over and over again? We're done. We're done. Like I said, you can get my ebook, #New Age Investing, for spiritual information. If you want real estate information, I do have my physical copy book that has now been published, Bird Dog Real Estate. Everyone could and should own real estate. But yeah, y'all, man, look. Woo! I'm finna rest very well. And I'm probably gonna dream about this stuff just to get more clarity. We'll see. If I have to do another reading on it, I will. But this is not. I'm telling you, I was so thrown off by this. This was so out of the blue, in my opinion. But maybe there's some time stuff that happened, because we just had Juneteenth, so that's probably the type of stuff that people ignored too much, to the detriment of something. Somebody got killed. Oh geez, I'm not finna tap back into it. But there's some lives and deaths in the midst. Yeah. Anyway, Shalom Rainicorns. I will see you in the next one. Thawada. And that means thank you in Hebrew.